Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. How is everyone doing this wonderful Sunday? Parkow, Lael, Mitash, Esme, Mendy, Dragonsbane. Welcome everyone. Thank you guys for being here today. Let's see, where are we? What were we doing? We were in Loch Modan, and we have mail. So let's check our mail. Ooh. Soav, thank you so much. It looks like we were sent a bunch of goodies. Most of which it looks like we might be able to equip. Level 12, level 14, level 14, 13, 15. Very awesome of you. I really appreciate that. And we sold a stack of light leather. We sold us one stack and we got a gold and 38 silver, which is not as good as it was selling for, but you know, it's still pretty decent for light leather. So that's really cool. That's a nice way to start the day. Let's see, we can't use the chest piece yet. The pants we can equip. And we have to make sure that as we do this... Oh, those are very red. As we do this, we need to make sure that we reslot our abilities. Flanking strike. Actual boots. We can actually put an ability in our boots now. You know, dual wield spec, but we don't have a second weapon. I'm kind of disappointed there's not like a two-hand spec. If we can find an offhand, we can do this. Wyvern Strike. Replaces Wyvern Sting with Wyvern Strike. Oh. Oh, this is a melee ability. Maybe I want to do this for my build. Actually, I don't even have Wyvern Sting yet, do I? So that gets me nothing right now. Or does it? Yeah, it gets me nothing right now. So in that case, the foot is like really useless. Like I can't use dual wield right now. I can't use Wyvern Strike right now, so it doesn't matter. Moving on. Let's equip the gloves. Put Carve back up. Monica, Talon, good afternoon, good evening to you. That's it, right? What else? Yeah, everything else is level 14. Level 14. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go kill some kobolds. We need to find some trogs. And then basically we're gonna kill everything in the zone. For a little while. Eventually here, we're gonna do this first group of quests, I think, and then we'll probably head to Westfall. And we'll start doing some stuff in Westfall. If all goes well, maybe we can find a group for Dead Mines today. The trap launcher's fun. Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. And I will try it out, but we don't have any traps right now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try out the trap launcher. Right now we just don't have anything. Intellect, Spirit. I'm going to try to put some greens that I don't need on the auction house. Like one int, one Spirit, level 7. Maybe I can sell that. I'm not really sure how the market is for low-level green items. How am I finding SOD so far? I've enjoyed my time coming back to it. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the class changes are obviously interesting, and now they give you all the runes right away, so... One of my biggest problems with SOD was having to do all the running around for all the runes. But I've enjoyed the pacing, and I've enjoyed the extra character power. What I like most is I like being able to play in the classic era, the world that I'm really familiar with and that I like, while also getting to explore class builds that I'm not familiar with at all. For me, that's the really interesting part. It's like playing classes completely differently in classic era than I would be able to do otherwise. And I've been told that when you get a character to 60, it's pretty easy to pug some of the raids and start getting currency for endgame items. So, unlike most other versions of WoW that are out right now, I'm actually looking forward to trying some of the endgame stuff. Do I pull this? I don't think I pull that. That seems like a mistake. Let's head over here. Dan, good afternoon. Happy Sunday to you. Thanks for being here. What's really nice about getting all the runes right in the beginning is you get to build your class the way you want to play it right away. As opposed to, like, in the past, you've had to wait until you can go do those quests, you've had to wait until you've reached a certain level. Now you just get it all. So now it's like, I want to play a melee hunter, I don't have to wait to play a melee hunter. I can start playing a melee hunter right at level 1. Nick, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. We bit off a little bit more than we could chew. Yeah. We need to fall back. Yeah, we have the Lone Wolf talent, so Lone Wolf is letting us not use a pet. It's buffing our character's attack. But yeah, we don't have a pet. I didn't even do the pet quest. There are going to be no pets in this playthrough. This is an anti-pet run. I have 2 annoying dogs in real life. I don't need to come into a video game and then have another annoying pet to deal with. Remember yesterday when I kept saying that I needed to buy food and I never bought food? I still don't have any food. What we do have, though, are some bandages. And the ability, if we so desire, to make more bandages. Which we are definitely going to need. Robert, good afternoon. Happy Sunday. We are going to have to go back to town. I have to get some food. We're not quite as powerful as the Paladin, so I can't be out here without food and water. Not yet, anyway. We have a really good dagger, but I feel like we either need to be dual-wielding or we need a two-hander. Can we dual-wield right away as a hunter? Because I don't even... I guess we can try. You cannot dual-wield. Okay, so I don't know when we get dual-wield. Maybe we need to do this to dual-wield at all. Like, maybe this is what we need. Let's just experiment here. I don't know if maybe this is a thing we have to wait till we hit a certain level, or... Yeah, this is a level thing. I have 3 potions. Oh, I thought you were trying to say I had talent points to spend, which I might. I do have 3 talent points to spend. Okay, I have 3 potions, but also 3 talent points. Let's spend some of those. I am gonna finish off beast slaying, and I'm gonna put the second point here into humanoid slaying. I think we'll finish off humanoid slaying. We'll grab savage strikes. And then maybe a little bit of deflection. We need a polearm. A polearm would be cool. I wouldn't mind using like a two-handed sword. I kind of like the idea of a hunter with a two-handed sword. I want to be able to use two-handed weapons. Polearm, staff, or two-handed sword is kind of what I'm looking at. Karen, good evening to you and welcome to the stream. We need to step out of here. These guys are respawning very rapidly. Two-handed is better in SOD than dual wield. I heard two-handed was pretty good. So yeah, sometime today I want to go try to get like a two-handed sword or something. So we're gonna have to go to Stormwind at some point. Because I have to train two-handed swords still. Yeah, this is getting sketchy without having like any HP. Did I ever figure out why Raptor Strike sometimes doesn't have a cooldown? No. I have no idea. Sometimes I can do Raptor Strike back to back without a cooldown. Other times it has a cooldown. Other times I can do it twice and then there's a cooldown. I have no idea what's wrong with Raptor Strike. Like, it just seems to be broken. Yeah, and I haven't figured out the rhyme or reason for it. It just seems to be broken. Like right there it has a 6-second cooldown, which it says it does in the tooltip, but sometimes I can hit it back to back. Like right there, I hit it once, I hit it again. I hit it once, I hit it again. I didn't see anything proc. I didn't see like a proc or anything that would have indicated that I had procced a free Raptor Strike, so I don't know if it's a proc that's happening that's just not showing up. I have reactive spells and abilities checked. So if it was a reactive spell or ability, we would see it pop up in the combat text. So yeah, I have no idea. If anybody knows why, like, sometimes I can do back-to-back Raptor Strikes, other times I can't, I'd love to understand it. Is it associated with dodging? If it were, like I said, you would either see a reactive pop up in the combat text, or you would get some kind of buff. Unless it's something happening, like, completely behind the scenes. Because I don't even think the combat log has it. Yeah, I don't know. It could have something to do with anything. I don't know why it's happening. There's nothing in the combat log to indicate anything. But yeah, it's kind of a random thing. Sometimes I can do back-to-back raptor strikes. Sometimes I can't. And I can't rely on it, so I can't plan around it. You know, I can't plan out my damage because I don't know what's causing it. See, we have 2 procs. One increases all damage, one increases movement speed. Neither references Raptor Strike. And those are the only 2 procs that I see going off. Melee Specialist Rune, 30% to reset cooldown. I really wish that would show up in the reactive combat text, because that's how I rely on like just knowing when it's happened or not. So it's a rune thing. Okay, it's the rune that's on our belt. Yeah, it sucks that doesn't show up in reactive spells and abilities. This is where someone's going to tell me to use weak auras. Are the quests different in SOD? No. The world and, well, no. all the quests that are there in Classic Era are here in SOD. The questing's not different, the zones aren't different. They added some stuff that was like specific to SOD. Like, they added some quests for when the game initially launched to get the runes. Like, some of the quests were like the ways you collected runes and stuff like that. But no, it's not like a Cataclysm type of deal. It's still Classic Era. All the zones in questing are still intact. Dungeons, raids, and classes. Dungeons, raids, and classes are probably, I guess, some of the biggest changes. To SOD, they also added like a few different outworld or like outdoor events. Some of the events are PvP events, some of the events are PvE events. Level 80 WoW Mage, good afternoon and welcome to the stream. As a melee hunter, you'd get more opportunity to use traps. Yeah, I mean, traditionally, sure. You also have the trap launcher in SOD, though. So if you want to be a ranged hunter and you want to use a lot of traps, you have the option to have the trap launcher. But yeah, otherwise, you know, you're laying the trap at your feet, which is definitely going to be easier to manage when you want to melee. This is Loch Modan. the map is Leatrix maps, but it's basically the same as the... As far as how it looks, it's basically the same. The layout is a little bit different, you can do different things with it, but yeah, this is Leatrix maps. But it doesn't look too visually different than the in-game map. You just have a little bit more control over it. Pretty sure all the colors and stuff are still the same. It would be cool to have a distance closer. Like some kind of a leap or charge. Something to close the distance. That would be fun. We are going to run out of inventory space. Let's head back to town. Let's make our way back to town. We need to clear the inventory. I need to get some food for when we get low on HP. And we still need lots and lots of stuff. We have to make room for the spider ichor. There we go.
You got my attention.
There we go, that's a little bit better. I don't really need the spring water. Patrick, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for being here today. Alright, hopefully I didn't sell any of our quest items. Are the leather prices still low? I haven't checked it yet. We'll check it. We're going to go to Stormwind pretty soon because I want to learn two-handed swords. I want to look for a better weapon on the auction house that's preferably a two-handed weapon. So we're going to find out soon. GM's Adventures, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Dragonflight Mythics. The good old days. Before the dark times. Before the earthen. Alright, we're gonna go to the tower over here. We're gonna grab the quest to get the boxes from inside the mine. That way we can work on the box quest and the Cobalt Ear quest at the same time. You got a red pixel with a new graphics card? Yeah, I just do some basic troubleshooting, you know, put the old graphics card back in, see if the issue persists. Like, that's the easiest thing you can do to troubleshoot. Is like, put the old one back in, is it still having the issue, then the problem's the new card. Also, just like reseating the card, take the card out, reseat it. Make sure your drivers are updated. It's just red pixels in darker areas. Yeah, I'd say like, check the old card, reseat the new card. Check your graphics drivers. Play with some settings. That particular issue doesn't sound familiar to me. But that's a newer series of card. Yeah, you've done all that besides switch back to the old GPU. I would say at this point it's worth switching back and just like obviously like just seeing if it's seems like it probably is a GPU problem, but that would tell you for sure. Now whether or not it's like faulty or there's like some weird setting thing, I don't know. With that being a new series of card, I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Well, that's a two-handed sword right there. It's level 7, so it's not amazing, but it could be something that we could use to start skilling up our two-handed sword skill. It's got agility and strength on it, like that's actually pretty good. For free, that's pretty good, because if I want to buy this on the auction house, it's going to be like 50 silver. Because the prices on the auction house are kind of outrageous. It might be your fault. Never admit fault. Just send it back if it's faulty. Yeah, don't admit you didn't do anything wrong. All you did was try to upgrade your video card. No, it's not your fault. It's a faulty. If it's not working, if you plugged it in and it's not working, it's faulty. No, it doesn't matter. Not your fault. Not your fault. It was a faulty card. That shouldn't fry it out anyway, but definitely just refund it. They'll refund it for you. Wherever you got it from, they'll probably refund it for you. No questions asked. Just don't admit to any wrongdoing. Stick to your guns. You did the best you could, and the card's trash. Not your fault. Come for the WoW gameplay, stay for the dad wisdom. It's funny. So some of the guys in this cave are a little bit of a higher level. Luckily, with our character power, we should be okay. I think we're going to feel a lot stronger once we have a two-handed weapon equipped. Alright, what do we got here? We got a priest. Oh, that's right, the priests have these creepy little homunculi. Oh, I remember that now. Oh, they're so creepy and weird. Yeah, I remember I leveled the priest in phase 1. And it was pretty cool to play, but it had those creepy, like, little copies, those mini-me's that follow you around. I didn't really like that. Especially, every couple minutes, the way they despawned was they died. So every couple minutes you had to hear their little death cries and they'd all fall over dead, and it was just like, it was unnecessary. Like every 3 minutes I had to listen to these little things die. Then I had to pull them back out. And then a couple minutes later they'd die again. Yeah, it was weird. See, they fight for you. So it's like they're a neat idea, but then in practice they're just really creepy. Yeah, it definitely impacted my enjoyment of leveling the priest. There was an impact. It wasn't a huge impact. I wouldn't say it was like a huge impact, but it was an ever-present thing that kind of broke immersion for me. Because I never really imagined my Shadow Priest having, like, some weird little dudes hanging out. It just, like, where that came from in the class fantasy, I'm not sure. And so I didn't really, like, jive with it. Well, we've got all the crates we need. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the exits. We still need 6 more ears. We have a chest here. I still wish they would have buffed the chests in Season of Discovery. I wish they would have buffed the chest. I wish they would have put like more green items in chest, and I wish they would have like sprinkled some more blue items into chest. For a Season of Discovery, it would have been cool to like get excited for every chest that I found, like knowing there could be a green or a blue. After level 45, maybe sprinkle some epics, just to really like make you want to like farm those chests. I think that'd have been fun. Or put like a bunch of gold in them. Like, God, I need gold so bad. Put like 10 gold in some of them. If you don't want to do like loot, put gold. Instead, we can be sure to find a waylaid supply in every single chest, and that's what they did to chests. Like every chest has a waylaid supply in it. I don't need a waylaid supply, and I didn't ask for it. SSKPS3, happy Sunday to you, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You found 2 waylaid supplies in one chest. That's like an insult. It's incredibly insulting. 2 waylaid supplies in one chest. Buffalo Bill, thank you so much for the 33 months. That's even longer than I've been streaming on this channel. We were talking about the other day, we've been streaming for like 21 months, 22 months. 33 months is an incredible amount of support, my friend, and I appreciate it. It's very nearly 3 years, yeah. I was reflecting the other day that it's kind of crazy to me that I've had the channel going for 6 years. Definitely doesn't feel like 6 years. Well, the channel's been around for 6 years. We've been playing Classic on the channel for 5 years. Been playing Classic on the channel since it came out in 2019. And prior to 2019, though, I was just playing variety stuff. Just playing whatever sparked my interest. Yeah, the channel's actually been around for a pretty long time. Dustin, good afternoon. Welcome, and happy Sunday. You surprised to see me playing SOD? I'm sure a lot of people were really surprised to see me playing SOD. I was surprised to play SOD. I just kind of got led back to it through a series of other things. Basically it's Cataclysm's fault that I'm playing SOD. You can blame Cataclysm. I really enjoy like the leveling pace in Cata. I really enjoy like seeing the class changes, but I hate the world in Cata. Not hate. Hate's too strong a word. I don't get into like questing in the world in the same way. Like the questing in the world in the Cata zones isn't immersive to me, and I don't get into it the same way that I get into the classic zones. And so, you know, I got led back to Sod with the idea that like I can have class changes and like learn new classes and learn new specs, and I can do that at a pretty good leveling pace, and I can do that in a world that I like. And that's what got me back to Sod. It's like that series of thoughts. And what I'm really interested is to actually engage with some of the endgame stuff. Because after a couple conversations we had yesterday on stream, it seems like it's pretty easy to get a character to level 60 and to find pugs and start doing some of the raids. And start getting some of the currency to get like the really good loot to do the newer raids. I guess the way they run the currency in SOD, like, it incentivizes people to keep doing the prior raid content, even though there's newer raid content. And since people are incentivized to always do the older raid content, new level 60s can find pugs, can find groups to get into that content. So it seems like they've done a good job of keeping like most of their endgame stuff evergreen. And I'm looking forward to checking that out. This is a main hand axe. We can't use axes. I need to train axes and two-handed axes in Ironforge before we go to Stormwind. Let's put this in our wrist. We don't have a wrist slot apparently. We can also equip the chest piece now. So what are we gonna put in our wrist slot? Raptor Fury. Raptor Strike increases damage done by Raptor Strike. Raptor Strike increases damage done by Raptor Strike. Okay, I read it correctly. And Mongoose Bite. Okay, yeah. That's amazing. Why did I not have bracers? That was a big miss. Okay, and then I need to put my chest rune back up. Chests. Lone Wolf. What made me stop playing Turtle WoW? It's just a little too janky. I wanted to wait until they released their Unreal 5 client. We're waiting till the 2.0. Once Turtle WoW releases their 2.0, like their revamped version, then I'll go back. It was interesting, but it was a little too janky for me to get into. All right. Anything else we can sell? Don't need the boar meat. I don't need the old leather. We can equip the cloak now. And we gotta put hit and run back on it. Yeah, it was the one time I tried to shoot into a house. I tried to shoot a fireball or something into a building, and an enemy I could clearly see inside, and Turtle WoW was like, no, that's not in line of sight. And I was like, okay, I can't shoot through doors. That was kind of like the final straw. Yeah, I've been given some good gifts. There's been some kind folks who have gifted us some gear. We've been given a little bit of gold, so we're doing pretty well. Now we just need to get like a two-handed sword or a staff or something equipped and see if we can crank out some more damage. Do I ever feel burned out on WoW? No, I feel burned out on like different versions at different times. The great thing about WoW right now is there's lots of different ways to play. So I don't get burnt out like overall. Sometimes I like to do different things, sometimes I like to jump on different characters. But I don't get burnt out of the game like overall. I don't need any of this stuff, unfortunately.
Off with you.
Amy, that's awesome. That was pretty quick. And thanks for letting me know. we have to find one more tunnel rat ear. We need all the bear meat. We haven't gotten any bear meat, like, at all. And we need one more ichor. I think after we complete this round of quest, I think we're gonna get out of here for a bit. And I don't know if we'll come back and finish the rest of the zone or if we'll just focus on Westfall. So we're not going to need to do all of Loch Modan and all of Westfall. Not with the leveling buff. Alright, now all we need are bears. Lots and lots of bears. And we need the meaty ones. We've apparently been getting the, like, emaciated, skinny bears. They have no meat on them. Am I going to play any retail? Not in the foreseeable future. I don't have any plans to return to War Within. No, I played enough of War Within to decide that retail is not a game that's being made for me anymore. It kind of like, it transcends whether or not the game is good or bad or whatever. I don't even care. What I realized that was important was that the game, I'm not the audience for the game. I don't enjoy the game, like, holistically because I'm not the person the game's being made for. So I uninstalled it, and I don't plan to play it. I'll check out the next expansion. I'll always check out a new expansion, but... Yep. They saved you lots of money by announcing the next 3 expansions. Right, they kind of tipped their hand. Yeah, it's something, you know, like, when you announce a trilogy like that, the way they did, it's risky, because, yeah, now that I know I didn't really like the story or characters of The War Within, why would I think I'm gonna like the story or the characters of Midnight? It's gonna be a continuation of the stories that are being told in War Within. It's a trilogy. So yeah, they really did tip their hand there. Like, I will definitely not be excited to play Midnight, because again, it's a continuation of stories that I just don't care. I just don't care about the characters or the stories at all. I'm never gonna catch up on what's happening, and it's just because I don't give a crap. I just don't care. So yeah, but I guess, you know, that's what you get. The people that really like War Within are probably really happy that they're getting Midnight and then the one after that. But, you know, people who didn't like War Within, it's like, okay, great, now we're on this ride for 3 games, and it's a nauseating ride that I just want to get off. But now I'm stuck on it. Pretty soon I'll be barfing all over my neighbor. It's just not a good look. Journeyman's robe and waylaid supplies. Oh, look at that. We got our last bear meat. Alright, back to town we go. We also have a couple of quests to turn in down here, too. We're gonna have to end up back in town anyway. Let's go south first, and we'll turn in the quest down at the outpost. Then we'll come back to town, turn in the quest in town. After that, we're gonna jump on a flight to Ironforge. We're gonna learn 2-handed axes, 1-handed axes. Then we're gonna head over to Stormwind. I need more critters to kill for my speed buff. Where are all the critters?
Well met, safe travel. No. Great to meet you. See you soon.
I had a feeling I had another talent point to spend. Alright, this will be the last point in humanoid slaying. Then we do savage strikes. And then we'll need a few more points to get down to deterrence? I don't think we want deterrence. Survivalist, increased total health by 2%. Increase the duration of freezing and frost trap effects. None of these are too great. I guess Survivalist is the easy one to pick. Just flat out more HP. Increase hit chance by 1%. Improved feigned death. I guess if we take deterrence, we can get counterattack. 5 minute or 5 second cooldown. Okay. I was gonna say a 5 minute cooldown is not really that useful. A strike that becomes active after parrying an opponent's attack. Like that's gonna be good while soloing, but it's not gonna really help us in any kind of group situation. And then I guess the 40 point is Wyvern, the 30 point rather is Wyvern Sting, which we have the rune that'll convert Wyvern Sting to a melee ability for us. And I guess that's kind of part of the point of going into the survival tree is to get that.
How are you? Keep your feet on the ground. See you soon.
What can I do for you? Be good. Keep your feet on the ground.
And that's another talent point. Level 16. Yep, we're gonna head to Ironforge. We'll learn axes. Don't think there's anything else we need in Ironforge. Oh. Oh. I don't have the Ironforge flight point. Didn't we make a point to grab it? I have a memory of like specifically grabbing it. And my Hearthstone is set here. Yeah, well that's really unfortunate. It's gonna result in a long-ass run that I really don't want to do right now. So, you know, that's pretty typical of me. I was like 99% sure that we grabbed it. Deja vu, yeah. I was 99% sure we grabbed it, but apparently we didn't, so here we go. 20-minute run. Kaushik, good afternoon to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Specialized, are you asking me if I started going to the gym? If you are asking me that, I've weightlifted for 20 years. I've weightlifted for longer than some adult human beings have been alive. So no, I don't even go to the gym. I just work out at home. If that question is for me and not for like everybody in chat. Today is leg day. Yeah, today is the day where we run and run and run and run. Step 2, don't stop running. There is no step 3. I went by the flight point yesterday, but I must not have clicked it. Yeah, I mean, that seems like something I would do. Absolutely. Absolutely seems like something I would do. Run right by it, not click on it hard enough, and then keep running. Oh, I don't have anything fancy like a home gym. I have a bench and a bunch of dumbbells, and that's it. I don't have the money for anything fancy. Just a bunch of different increments of dumbbells. When I want to lift heavy, I have to go to a gym, which doesn't really happen anymore because by the time you're 41, you really don't care about lifting heavy. By the time you're 41, you're like happy that you can lift anything and that you don't have any debilitating injuries. And at that point, muscles serve the purpose of just holding your bones and sinew together. And that's basically it. Yeah, it's cheaper in the short term to hit the gym. But when I think about, you know, I've probably paid for like 15 years of gym memberships in my life. There's probably been about 15 years I've used the gym, and probably about 5 years overall that I work out at home. Because I kind of go through phases. But if I total up the 15 years of gym costs, then, you know. But yeah, in the short term, going to a gym is cheaper. A lot of times when I start going to the gym, I end up spending too much time there. It's probably one of the biggest reasons why in the last couple of years I just haven't gone back. Like at home I can do like a 30 or 40 minute workout and I can feel like that's good. When I go to the gym, sometimes I just spend too much time there. I'll be there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And it just seems like a waste of time. Wait until 51. Yeah, I'll probably feel like similar. I said, I mean, as long as I don't injure myself, I'll be fine. That's part of the reason why I don't push myself too hard these days, is I'm not gonna push too hard and injure myself in some way. I've gotten lucky so far. The beautiful sight of the necropolis gleaming in the sunset light. A golden purple beacon to undeath. They should really do something about that. Okay, first things first, let's check the auction house prices. It looks like prices might have rebounded. Okay, yeah. This is good. So prices were really low yesterday, but it looks like prices have rebounded today. Lowest price I'm seeing is about 7. I'm gonna put mine up for 650. I'll put mine up for 675. Yeah, we'll sell them for 6. I think if we convert the scraps, we can make the rest of this stack. Okay, let's go into leatherworking. Let's convert the scraps. There we go. If we sell all of that, that would be awesome. And then the two-handed sword, I think we might use. The one-handed axe, I don't think that we'll use. We'll just put that up for like 20 silver. We can put that up for, let's put it up for like 40 silver. Let's do 45. And that is all we have to sell. Yeah, it's good that the prices came back up. Trip 3, a couple of things. Couple of things, man. First thing, it's okay for you to not like Sod. Everyone's entitled to have their opinion. Second thing I would say is some people really love tanking on warlocks and shamans. Because, you know, some people like to experiment with like different builds and have a change of pace. So, you know, to each their own. It's okay for you not to like it. Third thing is, Sod's not going away after this phase. So, you're totally wrong on that point. There's not really much hedging I can do with that one. You're just completely wrong. And you're wrong on the part where you said characters are going to get thrown away. A long time ago, they said that Sod characters would have a place to go. But this is not the last phase. There's another phase planned, and after that, they said they would keep adding content to the game. So your first couple of things you said are kind of like, you know, you're misunderstanding what it's like to be a human being and to have different interests, and your second two statements are just completely erroneous. So there you go. I hope that helps. Holy Tosh, thank you, man. That's incredibly generous of you. Level 13 sword with 5 agility on it? That's amazing. You stand corrected. That's a good way to stand. Yeah, I appreciate your willingness to be corrected. It's definitely a virtue. Alright, we are going to jump to the flight point. We're going to grab the flight point before we get on the tram. So we're not going to do this again. Yeah, it's a very nice sword. Yeah, absolutely. Does Sod have Dungeon Finder? It has the same Dungeon Finder that they added to the Anniversary Realms. So it's not the automated finder, but it is a tool that will help you get into groups. It is a tool where you can list yourself as interested to group up for specific activities. But no, it's not automated though. It's not the Cataclysm group finder.
You got my attention. Watch your back.
Alright, now we have the flight point for sure. Now I can go get on the tram. We're going to visit the Weapon Master. We are going to learn axes and two-handed axes right over here.
Talk to me. Talk with you.
Maybe we should train some of our character skills. Since I think the last time we trained was at like level 12 or 14. What do we got? Eagle Eye I'll probably never use. Eye of the Beast I'll probably never use. Scare Beast I may or may not use. Arcane Shot I'll probably never use. Distracting Shot I may or may not use. Wing Clip maybe. Immolation Trap yes. Mongoose Bite, that's what we've been waiting for. And Raptor Strike rank 3. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. We've been using Serpent Sting sometimes to open with. We don't really need any of that. I'll put Scare Beast up. I don't think I'll ever use it, but who knows. Stranger things have happened. And then Mongoose Bite. I think that's going to be pretty big for us. Maybe it's going to go here. And then Raptor Strike 3. Immolate Trap can go here. Alright. That looks good. Any dungeons today? We might be able to do Dead Mines. I wouldn't mind queuing up for it even before having all the quests. Because we can do it multiple times. We can do it today, then we can do it again next weekend. So we'll see once we get over into the Westfall area. So we're going to start doing some questing out of Westfall. We can't get into the dungeon finder yet. I think we have to hit 17 to use the dungeon finder. We're not quite there yet, apparently. Thought it was level 15, but apparently it's not.
What's on your mind? Be good.
How are you? Safe travels.
I don't need to come here because we already got that sword. I need to go train two-handed swords.
What can I do for you?
We can go ahead and train everything. We got crossbows, one-handed swords, two-handed swords. We can't train polearms until level 20. You would start an incursion whenever you could. You would do that, but what I'm going to do is I am going to pretend like incursions don't exist, and I am just going to quest and do dungeons when I can. And I'm going to skin stuff and sell the leather on the auction house. Because that's how I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not doing any incursions or any of the open world PvE stuff intended to level up super quickly. I'm just going to quest and enjoy the game, and I'm going to do what I always do. You know, it's just going to be a little bit more streamlined because we're leveling faster. A person who was interested in leveling as quickly as they could would probably do what you say, but I am not that person, thankfully. Alright, two-handed sword. Very cool. So fucking cool. It's cool to be a melee hunter with a two-handed sword and no pet. So good. Alright, let's sell everything we don't need first, and then we'll make the run over to Westfall. I think I might set my Hearthstone here in Stormwind, though, actually. Let's just go ahead and do that.
Open for business. Go with honor, friend.
Do I have the flight point? No, I wouldn't have the flight point. We haven't done anything in Elwyn or anything in Westfall on this character yet, so no, I don't have the flight point yet. What is an incursion? An incursion refers to like an open world PvE event that where you can go and grind up XP and money. Oh, do I have the Stormwind flight point? No. You guys know I don't. No, you know what? It's okay. I set my Hearthstone to Stormwind, so it's fine. We'll grab the flight point in Westfall, and then I'll be able to hearth back to Stormwind anyway. It's basically World Quest for Classic. There you go. That's an okay explanation of it. Yeah, World Quests are fine, but doing things that make World Quest feel mandatory, or doing things where World Questing can take the place of, like, normal questing, that's bad. Like, having World Quest in and of itself is not bad. Having World Quest in your game can be good. They just shouldn't be set up in a way that they feel mandatory, and they should not ever be in a position to take the place of, like, actual leveling in the game that's been designed as an RPG. Like, those are... No, we're not doing Hogger. Those are the bad things. And that's how WoW has approached their World Quest. They're either mandatory because you have to grind them for something, or they're the fastest way to get something done. It'd be cool to have World Quests that were just kind of around, that were there sometimes, that felt like you stumbling into like an organic event or like an extra quest. Like, I don't mind stuff like that.
Something? Hello. See you later.
Good day to you. Hey there.
All right, we got some new toys. We should play with them. So right now, I have to lay down the trap before I go into combat, right? Like, if I want to use a trap, I have to lay it down first. Oh yeah, we have no weapon skill. We have to swing at these things for a bit. We have to get our weapon skill up. I love the way they hold the two-handed sword. That's really cool. That reminds me of like Geralt in The Witcher. It's a cool stance. I don't think it's a very practical stance, but it looks really cool. Oh, I can lay traps in combat. Okay. Maybe I misunderstood how that worked, or maybe they changed it, but yeah, I can lay a trap down after I'm already in combat. For some reason I thought we had to do it preemptively in Classic. So that's nice.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
Hello. See you around. Have a good one. Farewell. Safe travels.
King's honor, friend. The Alliance.
Isn't there a quest for hops? Yes, hops are part of a quest line that begins in Red Ridge, where you need to collect alcohol from different places in the world, and you need the hops to give to a dwarf who will make a brew for you. It's a level 15 quest that you pick up in Red Ridge, and I basically always skip it. I skip it because it's like, part of it is a lot of carrying items around in your inventory. Inventory space is valuable. And in Sod, I'm skipping it because with the extra experience gains, it gives us a lot of leeway in like what quest we do, what quest we don't do, so I am just not going to be doing that quest. David V, good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. I'm really loving this melee two-handed sword hunter. This is really cool. I like this a lot. This looks cool, it feels cool. I like it. Somebody said it yesterday, we're more like a ranger We're more like a solo ranger than we are like a World of Warcraft hunter. And I dig that fantasy. Compact shotgun. It's not as good as what we have. We could level up guns a little bit, but we're not really relying on ranged weapons too much. No pet. No, we're doing the lone wolf build. So we have a rune that buffs our damage if we don't have a pet out. I don't like pets. In real life or in video games. My stream made you go back to SOD and make a new character. It feels like it's a good time to go back to SOD and make a new character. It's in a really good place. I would say the only warning I have is it's expensive to get a character going. Like for your first 20 levels or so, it's going to be expensive. So if you have other money on that account, you probably want to send it over to your alt. You'll need money to buy all of your abilities. You're going to be getting abilities a lot faster than you can maintain. Alright, let's actually head over here and pick up some more quests.
Light be with you. Be careful. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
Can I help you?
Am I gonna stream on weekdays in the future? No, the weekdays are gonna be for recorded content, and I'm trying to be consistent about being here on the weekends to stream. I can't go back to daily streaming.
Need help?
Unfortunately, like part of it is like YouTube, but daily streaming was harmful to the channel overall. Like my channel metrics were
For the Alliance.
just kind of in a downward spiral. I had basically devoted 2 years, almost 2 years to streaming like really consistently, and during that time all my metrics like basically plummeted. So I had to go back to like kind of focusing more on recorded stuff. And so now we're going to stream on the weekends, and that seems to work a lot better for my channel than trying to stream every day and trying to be like a daily streamer. And it works better for my life in general if I'm not trying to stream every day. Alright guys, we're gonna play some more, but I need like 5 minutes. I gotta walk away for 5 minutes. My wife left town today on a business trip, so it's me and my kid here with the dogs, and I gotta go check on him, make sure everything's good. I will be back. Let's get going. Patrick, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. That is a ton of support, man. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to the 10 new people. Thank you guys for being here today and hanging out with us. That's awesome. Look at that. Nobody else can access it while one person is inside of the cabinet. That seems like a really easy way to grief other players. Because it looks like only one person can have the loot window open at once. So, yeah, that was weird. Okay. We need 2 more livers. We need all of our Murloc eyes, 1 more okra. How many... I wonder how many bags we need. How many handfuls of oats? We have 5 out of 8. Okay. Can we take this camp? Maybe if we open from range we can. Let's lay down an immolate trap. And let's see, well, that trap broke a little early. Yeah, I guess maybe just waiting to lay it down until they're all grouped up would be better. Because the one guy popping it on its own was not really ideal. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I like that. That felt pretty good. It's a little sloppy, but it was still okay. And now we need a heal button. If we had a heal button, that would make us overpowered. We need some kind of like survivalist bandage. That would be cool. Alright, let's go after some Murlocs. Am I on Wild Growth? Yes, but I'm on Wild Growth EU. Because all the servers are named the same. So yeah, this is Wild Growth EU. Oh my god, we ran out of mana? Impossible. Wait, we have mana on this character? I don't believe it. That is the first time that we've ran out of mana. So we're gonna have to start keeping a little bit of water. Because apparently this is a thing that can happen. I didn't realize it could happen, but it can. Why am I playing on EU? For this one, we're playing on EU because I plan to do raids. I plan to do raids, I plan to do endgame stuff. And my best opportunity to do that is going to be prime time server time. And what I'm not going to do is play at prime time my local time. Because I don't play games in the evening. So this works out perfectly. You know, like for me, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and on the server, it's almost 8 p.m. So this allows me to probably have a better shot at getting into raids, basically. It took me a long time to think of it, too. It took, you know, it took like 5 years of playing Classic and knowing that I wasn't a person that was ever going to want to get on at like 6 o'clock my time or 7 o'clock my time, like knowing that those years were behind me, it took me a long time to figure out like how I could raid. And I think the best way for me to do it is to play on the EU servers. You're gonna roast me? Oh, bro. Good luck. Good luck. That was an easy one. If you're gonna roast me, I prefer to be a little crispy. Yeah, just don't leave me soggy at the end. I prefer crispy. Let him cook, let him cook. Yeah, let him cook, nah. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna kick his dumbass out. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm too old for that stuff. Too old. Riggs! Riggs! I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old for it. I've never seen someone warn a person before they're gonna roast them. Yeah, it seems kind of like you're not doing yourself any favors. If you want to come into a stream and you want to like roast somebody, just start doing it. Your best bet is just gonna be to lean into it hard and fast. If you give somebody warning and they're like, you know, a normal person, they're just gonna boot you. Are there streamers out there like, oh yeah, this guy, he's gonna roast me. Oh, I'm super curious to see what he's gonna say. I better let him stick around because I absolutely must know in which way he's gonna roast me. I have to, like, are there people that would react that way? I mean, my reaction is like, it's obvious. Like, you're gonna roast me? No, you're not. I'm just gonna boot you. Well, why don't you send me some in-game hate mail so I can forward that to Blizzard and get your account reported for harassment? How about we go that route? Don't warn me. Diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. Right, exactly. Hey, streamer. Hey, I'm gonna insult you in a couple minutes, okay? I'm typing it up in a notepad right now, and I'm almost done. And pretty soon, I'm gonna be ready to copy pasta all of these sick burns into chat. Hello? Chat? Hello? Oh, wait, did I get kicked? Oh, God. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Alright, in all of that, we managed to get all of our Murloc eyes. So, let's skedaddle. Is there anything that buffs our traps? I know there's like a trap launcher. Maybe it was a talent I saw that referenced trap mastery. Oh, this decreases the chance enemies will resist. Okay, that's not really what I was looking for. Here we go. Increases duration and the damage of immolation and explosive traps. So maybe I'll want to go into this. So we're going to have some extra points in that tier that I'm not sure what to do with anyway. So maybe I'm going to buff my traps. Seems like a smart thing to do as a melee hunter. Yeah, we won't be using any pets. We're using the Lone Wolf rune. Lone Wolf buffs our attack power so long as we don't have a pet out. I didn't even do the quest to get a pet. I can't tame a beast right now. I can't do it. I don't have the ability to tame beast, and I like it that way. my character is not a pet hunter. My character is a solo, out in the wilds, sword and bow, solo ranger. So we're doing like a different class fantasy with this one. I hate pets. Not a pet person. Karen, have a good rest of your night. We will see you next weekend. Do we need more paws? We need 2 more. Let's head over to this other camp and see if it's up. No one's gonna recruit you, bro. LOL, that's no damage, man. Question mark, question mark, question mark, smiley face, smiley face. I don't really know what you're implying. You seem to have some contrary question marks and maybe contrary smiley faces, so I don't know. But for the record, if we're talking about Sod, melee hunter is a really powerful build. If played correctly, in the right hands, it's a powerful build. Are my hands the right hands? I don't know. Do I care? Not really, no. Am I trying to get recruited? No, this isn't the fucking NFL. Like, I'm not trying to get recruited. Just trying to enjoy my game. Just trying to have a good time. But next time, put more smileys. Why do I cuss at you? I'm not cussing at you, I'm cussing on my stream. And if you don't like it, you can get the fuck off of my stream. That's it. But if I was cussing at you, it would be something to do with your arbitrary question marks and smiley faces, probably. That kind of triggered me a little bit, if we're being honest. I like it when people say stuff that's like, the thing that they're saying is already stupid. And then they improperly use they improperly use punctuation, and you improperly use emojis. Like, that's triggering, so if I were swearing at you, that would be why. Mm-hmm. Average Asmongold viewer. Oh, there you go. I missed 2 grain sacks. Oh, you're making me miss grain sacks now. You're making me. Well, if your first language is not English, and that's fine, but you still know what a smiley face is, right? You still know what a question mark means? Okay, because I didn't say anything about your language. I specifically pointed out your weird use of question marks and emojis, and neither of those have to do with English. And you made me miss 2 grain sacks, so I gotta let you go. I gotta focus up. It's the weekend. Yes, on the weekend, and I found, like, if I stream in the evenings, like American time. If I stream in the evenings, American time, or sometimes on the weekends, I attract some very special internet people. Who you can tell that they mainly only have interactions on the internet. And you can tell that they're not really used to having, like, actual interactions with humans. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find... with the delay, I don't think I'm gonna find these grain sacks. We'll get some more. How many do we need? We need like 2 more. We'll find them somewhere. None over here. Oh, here's one. Just gotta get past the coyote. And the funny thing about stupid people too is like, when one stupid person pops up, it's like it emboldens the other stupid people to speak out. They're kind of like attracted to each other that way. It's quite a phenomenon. I have a full inventory, which is really sad. We are gonna have to head back to town. I need 2 more livers. We gotta go vendor. Ranger Dave, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us. Here we go. I would say we could turn these 2 quests in, but we can't, because when we turn these quests in, they're going to try to give us a bunch of junk. And we don't have inventory space for a bunch of junk. So we actually still need to head down to the vendor first. It'd be cool if we can get our last okra. There we go. Alright, so that stuff is done. Yeah, let's go turn this one in first. We'll empty the inventory, we'll come back up, we'll turn in the one at the bridge, and we'll get the last of our nopals. Then we'll head back to town. Oh, you know what? We need 1 more Gortusk liver. I bet we can find one nearby somewhere. Should be able to find one nearby. Here we go. Would I say that Sod is hard for someone that doesn't have a lot of experience with other... Yeah. Is Sod difficult for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience with different versions of Classic and different versions of WoW? Kind of. The biggest reason I say that is because in Sod, your class gets a lot of abilities that it wouldn't have in Classic. And right now, the way you get them all is they basically give you all these abilities at level 1. And it's the abilities that you see slotted into our gear. Normally, this would not be a thing. In Season of Discovery, you have all these extra abilities that slot into your gear that drastically change the way the class is played. So, like, it's not that it's hard. You could get into Sod, you could play your character, you could equip some runes, and you will succeed. I would say you have to be willing to... The best thing to do is to learn all the runes from the vendor, and then as you equip them to each piece of gear, just read what they do. Like, just read what they do and decide, like, for how I want to play, is this ability good for me? But it's like, you have to, it's not hard, you have to be willing to do the reading up front. Like, right at level 2, you're going to have enough coin to buy all of those rune abilities. And then you're going to want to spend a couple minutes reading them. And that's it. Like, that's probably the hardest part, is just, like, initially getting all those abilities. And if you're familiar with WoW in different eras, you know what a lot of them do already. But you typically would still read them anyway.
Be careful. Have a good one. Safe travels.
Of course my inventory's full. That's why we came here.
Well met.
Well met. Be careful. Farewell. See you around. Be careful. Safe travels.
But the good thing is, I mean, the character power in SOD is such that even if you put together a sub-optimal build, as long as you're having fun pushing the buttons, like, you're gonna do well, you know? It's not gonna be hard to succeed. It just might be hard to master some elements of the classes, but success is gonna come to you, like, pretty smoothly. Yeah, you've been considering SOD. SOD is a nice thing to jump to if you enjoy Classic, and it could because you love the world and the aesthetic. SOD is a good place to go, because you still have the same world, same aesthetic, but you have class changes and you have a faster pace. That's like a big reason why I'm back to playing SOD. Is to be able to play Classic, but to play it differently and at a different pace. Alright, we need one more liver, right? Or did we get the liver? We might have got the liver. We do need knoll paws, so let's head back to the north and get those.
You need something? Have a good one. Safe travels.
Hey there. Have a good one.
I have to say, Westfall at sunset could be the most gorgeous zone in the game. Westfall specifically at sunset. It's absolutely stunning. Especially for a game that was made in 2004. Alright, that's 8 out of 8. So what are we looking for now? We need the Harvest Watchers. We need to do the level 12 stuff. Let's take ourselves back to Sentinel Hill, and then we'll go after the Defias Trappers and the Smugglers. It's a nice sword, yeah. The sword is nice. What I really like are the attack animations. Night Elf female two-handed sword attack animations are top-notch. We have another talent point. That'll be 2 points in Savage Strike. We're gonna have to put a few points in Deflection, I think. Oh, you know, nope. Well, we could do Entrapment or Deflection. I think maybe Deflection is gonna have more value.
Greetings. See you around. For the Alliance.
5% chance to entrap the targets. I don't need them to be entrapped. Yeah, that doesn't really benefit me at all. I'm fine if they run away or do whatever they want, so. What's a better weapon for paladins, a mace or an axe? It would probably depend on your race. If you're a human, you get a mace bonus. I always equip whatever's the best weapon I have is the best weapon I should equip. But I think like you probably want to look at like racial stuff. Lore-wise, the best weapon for a paladin is a hammer. I don't even really like that they can wear axes because axes are not very paladin-like. Yeah, let's sell the milk and let's get some melon juice. We have the money. There we go.
Careful.
Ra, good afternoon, man. And thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. That is a level 15 Elite Defias Scout. I don't need to mess with them. I am gonna leave them alone. Serial, as a novice hunter, that's a very technical question that I can't answer. Because I am a novice hunter. This is one of like only a handful of hunters I've ever played in any version of WoW. I usually avoid hunters because I don't like pets. Alright, we've got a pile of instant respawns here. It looks like they're just going to keep spawning in. Which would work okay with me. We do need to loot. Looting is good. Paul Ray, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Amy, that's awesome. I'm glad everything went smoothly. We will see you on the flip side. Am I gonna grab this chest? Yeah, somebody probably already took the good stuff out of it, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like only junk is left. Alex, that's awesome, man. I hope you're having a good time. We are melee, yep. Is it still worth it to start SOD for someone who never played it? Yes, absolutely. In fact, like, it's probably better starting it now that everything is refined, now that they're up to like phase 7. A lot of changes are in that, like, early on would have been nice to have, like being able to get all your runes right away. It's a good time to start. I said that when SOD first started, I remember having that conversation on streams about how the best time to start SOD was probably going to be when SOD was like much further along in the season and they had things like really well worked out. It seems like they have everything in a really good place now. And they've managed to create a version of the game that has like a thriving endgame in Classic, where even the older raids are still evergreen. Like, there's still reason for people to do the older raids, which lets new level 60s get into that content easier. Yeah, it's in a really good place right now. Yeah, I haven't played since Phase 3 originally. We stopped on day 1 of Phase 3, I stopped playing SOD. And I just came back to it last week. I have been having a lot of fun on both the Paladin and this class. And like I said, a lot of people I've talked to have explained the endgame and how the endgame's in a really good state. If you're a person that likes to pug raids, like, you're gonna have an easy time pugging raids. You're gonna have an easy time, like, doing the raids, seeing the content, gearing up. Seems like it's all in a really good place. See, my thing is like I love regular classic era, but when it's vanilla era, I don't do endgame in a vanilla era. I've just never been interested in the endgame in traditional vanilla era. So I've been waiting for TBC to do endgame or for Mist of Pandaria. But both Mist of Pandaria and TBC are a long way off. So now I'm looking forward to doing some endgame in SOD to kind of like tide me over. Yeah, some of the enemies here are gray, and we're not getting kill XP for all of them. If they're level 11, they're going to be too low. We're looking for 2 more bandanas, and we'll be done with this one. You wonder why they don't just have a version for each expansion? It'd be a lot to maintain. It's a lot to maintain. Also, you have to worry about splitting the player base up. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so many people that are going to be interested in Classic. And unfortunately, the more choices you give people, the more they're going to split up, like, into different versions of the game. But we might end up with a permanent era servers eventually. We're probably going to end up with a permanent TBC era server after TBC comes out. And if they move from TBC to Wrath of the Lich King with the Anniversary Realms, then maybe we'll end up with a TBC realm and a Wrath realm. It could happen eventually, but you already have Classic Era Anniversary. You have the old Classic Era realms that are not the Anniversary realms that will not be going to TBC. You have the Hardcore realms. You have Cataclysm Classic, and you have Season of Discovery Classic. Like, there's already 5 different ways to play Classic. And so, if we also had TBC era and Wrath of the Lich King era, then there would be 7 different ways to play Classic, and that might just be too many ways all at once. As much as I'm all about having those permanent servers, I'd love to have them, but I do think it creates the problem of stretching the player base a little bit thin. What do I think of Hardcore WoW? I mean, I love it. I've put like thousands of hours into it on this very channel. It's one of the most immersive ways to play the game, because everything you do matters. When I name them off like that, it sounds insane. Exactly. When you actually list off all the ways there are to play WoW, it starts to feel a little crazy, right? Starts to feel a little crazy. What's my favorite version of Classic? My favorite version of Classic has always been the Burning Crusade. I'd say the Burning Crusade is probably my favorite version of Classic. It's the era that I have enjoyed the most. Wrath of the Lich King's pretty close. Regular vanilla era is pretty close, but TBC for me is like a perfect balance of like the classic era journey, but also having accessible endgame content. All right, I think we got the last bandana. Yeah, so you're telling me I can stop killing Defias? Okay, we'll stop slaughtering them wholesale. And we will move along with our lives. We got a twin-bladed axe of the monkey. It's not better than what we have. So I really like the sword. I'm gonna try to stick to swords, staves, or polearms, unless we get an axe that's just like so good we can't pass it up. Why am I using a sword? Perfect question, because I want to. Because we are doing a two-handed melee hunter. That is our build. We are a two-handed melee hunter. So as a two-handed melee hunter, swords are definitely on the table. Swords are definitely an option. This sword in particular has 5 agility on it. So we're either going to be using swords, staffs, or polearms on this character. Unless we get an axe, that's really awesome, then we'll put the axe on. I don't prefer an axe. The Killmaim axe? I have the Killmaim on the Pally. I was thinking about trying to sell the Killmaim because I already have a good two-handed axe that we got from Dead Mines. And I have a good one-handed sword I got from Dead Mines that I want to do a little bit of sword and board. I think sword and board has more AoE potential.
Be careful.
So I might sell Killmaim because I might not need it. But maybe if I don't know if it would be good for the hunter or not, maybe. Yeah, it could be good. I'm gonna put it up for like 200 gold though and see if I can sell it for an absurd amount. If I can sell it for an absurd amount of gold, then I'll take the absurd amount of gold. Did they make it easier to get the runes? Yeah, you buy them all off a vendor at level 1. They all cost 1 copper. And you buy them all right away as soon as you're level 1 or 2, or you have the 50 or 60 copper to get them all. And you get them all immediately. Which is really fun. And then put the axe rune on a ring. Yeah, I need rings. I don't have rings. Somebody told me they sell rings in Booty Bay for a gold apiece. So I may have to get myself down there. Yeah, I always wanted them to do that, so I was really happy that they finally did. It makes it so much more enjoyable to be able to get on the character that you want to play, and you can build the character that you want to play right away. Instead of having to wait until you've spent 30 hours collecting all of your runes, following steps on Wowhead for days on end. Is Sod what people call classic? Is Sod what people call Classic Plus? It's what some people erroneously refer to as Classic Plus, but then again, Classic Plus means different things to different people. Technically, it's Classic Plus because it's classic with new stuff added to it. So that is technically Classic Plus. But it's not what a lot of people mean when they say Classic Plus. When a lot of people talk about Classic Plus, they mean something more holistically different, like Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW, I think, is more what people think of when they try to envision like a full like Classic Plus. But technically, yes, Sod is technically Classic Plus changes. Yeah, I'm using Carve. I don't really know, for the melee build, I don't think there's anything better than Carve that I can use right now. For the melee. Cobra Slayer? Oh, this could be good. Oh. Yeah, you know, I kind of like Carve for the melee. But I can see how Cobra Slayer would be good now that we have Mongoose Bite. Damn, that's a hard choice. Ideally, I want Carve and Cobra Slayer. That's a tough one. That is I feel like for single target damage, this would obviously be better. Maybe we'll play with it for a little bit. You know, it'd be so weird to not have Carve. I've just kind of gotten used to having it as a button to hit. But yeah, I can see how the Cobra thing might be better. I don't know if Carve does a lot of damage either. I mean, it did a lot of damage to that target. Do I play in the EU or US? This is an EU server. Most of the characters I play are on US. This character for Sod, these Sod characters are on EU Wild Growth. Carve might be better while we're wielding a two-hander. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to give up having it. We do a lot of AoE, and I like having the button to push. We're gonna stick with it for now. Carve is recommended for a two-hand build. Okay, awesome. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to do a full two-handed build. I probably won't dual wield at all. I don't really like to dual wield. Is explosive shot ranged as well? Yeah, explosive shot is a ranged attack. I'm not sure if we can fire it off in melee. But we can use it at range. I'm not sure if it's restricted or not. I didn't play with it enough to know. We are full on inventory once again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just go back to town and let's empty our bags. Thought I was doing a good job of keeping the bags empty, but apparently not. Either that or we're just picking up a lot of junk. Oh, you know what? It's tempting to try to finish off the Harvest Watchers quest and then just head over to the Saldean farm. It's tempting. I don't really need the milk. I don't really need the cheese. Let's try to finish off the Harvest Watchers. We'll go turn that in and then we'll sell. Eat the food. Yeah, I could be eating food. Either way. My mana's at 666. Yeah, it happens. I think the other day it must have been my paladin whose mana was at 777. It was either my mana or my health that was at 777. That was a good number, and now we have a bad number. The game should automatically round up or down when it hits that number. I'm sure it bothers some people more than others. I don't play with a pet. Not for Sod. Nope. I don't like pets. I don't like pets, and I like the ranger fantasy of being a ranger, someone who uses a sword, someone who uses a bow, and someone who just relies on themselves. This is the perfect like hunter ranger fantasy that I enjoy as a person who's not a pet class person. Alright, that's done. Let's go turn this one in. And we will sell all of our junk. We'll use Wyvern Strike when we can. We don't have access to it right now because it converts Wyvern Sting to a melee attack. So as soon as we're 30 points in and I have Wyvern Sting, we'll definitely do that. Because obviously we're not dual wielding, so this doesn't do us any good. But yeah, we don't have the ability right now, so... slotting it right now. I wonder what else. Even, well, trap launcher, I could probably slot that. I don't need to launch my trap though. That's the thing. I don't really need to launch them, but I will do this anyway. Yeah, I could do trap launcher. That's my only other option. And I don't even know, like, how do I activate the trap launcher? Or does it just, oh, it just is, oh, that's really cool. Okay, I don't need to, like, turn on the trap launcher. It just enables me to place this wherever I want within a certain range. Perfect. Okay, yeah, we'll use this for now. This is okay for now. Eventually we'll be doing the Wyvern Sting thing. Pinned comment, pets suck. No, I'm not using a pet, I hate pets. In real life and the game. Stop asking. That's the pinned comment. Yeah, Lone Wolf is what we're doing on the chest.
What can I do for you? Or the Alliance? Need help?
I'm gonna hang on to the axe. I could probably sell that on the auction house for a decent price. Or we could use it to skill up our axe skill. If we wanted to. I'm gonna have to start making bandages. We have a lot of linen that's just kind of like sitting around filling up my inventory. So that's gonna have to happen soon. The oil I can hang on to for now. The old potions I don't need. That I don't need. The mana pots, like sure, I could use them. Am I gonna ever remember to use them? I don't know. We don't need any of the cooking stuff. We're taking care of cooking on our paladin. This character is not gonna cook. Let them cook! No, they're not gonna cook. Let them cook! No, they're not a cook. Okay. Back to the Alexson farmstead. Desert Metallica, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. We've got a little situation here. Oh my dear God. I don't think we have the damage to get out of this one. What about those potions? Yeah, let's do one of those guys. Alright, maybe we can do this. Potentially, maybe. Okay, we got it. It was really close. This is it! This was good. Look at this. I love the wall of dead bodies. It should have been a death. But it wasn't. We managed to do it somehow. I thought we were dead, to be fair. The key is to never give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Keep pounding your buttons until you're a spirit, because as long as you're pounding your buttons, there's hope. There's hope that you might get a crit. There's hope that you might get a few lucky dodges. Never stop pounding your buttons. We have a Keurig, but we also have a traditional coffee pot. Because we like to grind our own beans. So when we, like, the first coffee we make in the morning is usually the coffee pot with like the fresh beans that we grind ourselves. And then if we need like a fill me up or like a top me off, then I tend to go use the Keurig. So yeah, unfortunately right now we have two entirely separate coffee options. We have a bun, like a not professional grade, but like we have a bun coffee maker similar to the kind of coffee maker you might find in like a corporate office break room. We have like a decent one, but it doesn't make enough coffee is the problem. Like one pot of coffee that fills up my mug once and my wife's mug once, and then after that there's no more coffee. So after that, it's usually like time to use the Keurig. You know, part of the... I kind of almost don't like the trap launcher, because for my build, it works better just for me to drop it at my feet in one hit. Like if I were trying to freeze, if I were trying to CC, then I would want to be able to launch it. But when I'm not trying to CC, it kind of like, it's 2 clicks instead of 1 click to lay it down, and I don't like that. I'm gonna go back to just placing it on the ground. The cave with pillagers and looters? Yeah, there is that that mine. The Golbalar quarry or whatever it's called. What do we need? Ooh, we need a lot. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of them out here, am I? Let's try to focus up and actually try to find some of these guys. So obviously I've just been distracted fighting anything I can. Oh, Jesus. We could also go down to Moonbrook, although they're often farmed out in Moonbrook as well. Nobody alive in here. Yeah, we need the respawn rate to start like doing its thing. We need some respawns. It's crazy. The one area where we fight the prior guys, like that area respawns instantly, and the guys out here, it feels like it takes them forever to respawn. I don't even see like bodies on the ground or anything. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one to get done right now. Maybe I need to group up. Man, I hate grouping up for these quests. But maybe I should try to group up. Oh my god. I got so scared when he was electrocuting me, I thought I was taking some kind of weird damage. That's the mage heal. The mage heal looks like I'm being damaged. That was scary. A mage heal, yeah. Yeah, in Season of Discovery, mages have a heal build. They can do like arcane healing or something. Yep. I don't know if they're any good as healers, but they can do it. Yep, mages can heal, rogues can tank. Rogues have a tank build, shaman have a tank build, warlocks have a tank build. I think mage was the only one they added heals to. They made a few different classes able to tank, and then they gave mage heals. Which is kind of a weird choice. It'd be cool to see a hunter healer, like a field medic. It'd be cool to see a field medic healer on the hunter. That would make as much sense to me as a mage healer. Maybe even like a little bit more sense. Grouping up was a good idea. That is level 19. We are just chugging along. We have 2 talent points. That's how fast we're leveling up. Let's go deflection. I think that's the choice. And then we'll go, I don't know, I think maybe we go deterrence. Increase your dodge and parry. And then we go survivalist. Pretty sure that's the plan. Disc Priest? Disc Priest is fun because you get to use Penance. Penance is a very satisfying spell to have in Classic Era. That was like my best memory of leveling my Priest in Phase 1, was that I had Penance. It's just like, it feels so good just to channel Penance. It really helped flesh out like the discipline and holy like, DPS side of things. It really made the class a lot of fun. We need like one more round of respawns and we might get this one done. Just one more round. All right, we are done. Let's head back to town. What runes are we using? We are using Lone Wolf on our chests. Let's see what else. We got flanking strikes that we're using. We've got melee specialization. We've got carve. We've got this little raptor thing, Raptor Fury. And then we have a speed boost on our cloak that procs off of Raptor Strike. We have mail from the auction house. I guess maybe we sold some stuff. We must have sold something on the auction house. Let's see. Yeah, we sold a bunch of stuff. Okay, this is all of our light leather. So we sold 4 stacks of light leather. That's gonna net us like 25, 26 gold. That's like pretty freaking good in my opinion. Like for light leather, you really can't argue with that. I'm gonna be farming up some more leather, like probably off stream, off recording on this character. But I'm not gonna level the character off stream, but I probably will be finding time to get on here and skin. And I'll probably just skin gray mobs. I'll probably go to Elwyn Forest, and I'll go down to the 2 farms south of Goldshire where people always do the intro quest, and I'll just skin all the boars there. I'll find like an hour, and I'm just gonna make us a ton of freaking gold. Yeah, I'm gonna make a ton of gold. But I won't level the character off stream, even though it's gonna be hard to, guys, because I'm having a ton of fun on this class. This is like one of the funnest builds I've done in WoW in a very long time. I'm really enjoying myself. It's gonna be hard not to level it throughout the week, because unfortunately I am out of time for today. So I do have to be going. Really looking forward to next weekend and leveling this character up some more. If you want to watch some more SOD action, I have the recorded series going with a human paladin. So we're doing the human paladin in the recorded series, and we'll be checking out this character on the streams. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you all hanging out with me today and all the support. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.